Hey guys, AirTS here, Air for short. I'm going to summon an Ifrit today, and it's going to give me one of the three basic elements, water, wind, or fire. I already have the water Ifrit, so I'm hoping for the fire or wind, preferably the fire, but all Ifrits are great. I'm also going to discuss the runes for whatever Ifrit we end up summoning here, and keep in mind that these are just suggestions, and you don't need to follow them if you don't want to, but also feel free to leave any suggestions of your own for whatever Ifrit we get. I'm sure people would love to know what you think or what you have done with your own, and I'd also love to know. So, without further ado, let's summon an Ifrit. 5, 6, 7, 8, summon. Ooh, lightning. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Ha ha ha. Okay, guild battles. I'm gonna rule. Okay, so we've got the Fire Ifrit here, and as you can see, he is an HP type monster. And his skills are Mega Smash, attacks with magical powers and inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns with a 50% chance. The damage increases according to attack speed. So the faster he is, the stronger this will be. Also, regular attack power will also increase the damage that this does. 50% for continuous damage is not great, however when it's maxed out I think it goes to about like 75% or something like that. So not bad, really great against bosses. Triple Crush attacks the enemy 3 times with magic and weakens the defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance for each attack. So Water Ifrit has this, and this is a really great skill. 50% for each attack. However, when you max it out, I think it also goes up to about a 70 or a 75% chance to weaken the defense, which is really awesome. So hopefully the first hit weakens the defense, and then the consecutive 2 after will just do increased damage. However, it also leaves the defense debuff for 2 turns, which allows other monsters on your party to take them out. So this is a really great skill. And then the reason why I really wanted this guy, Ancient Power, is a passive, and it increases the damage inflicted on enemies with harmful effects by 20% and makes an enemy, not bosses, oblivious for 2 turns with each attack. Passive skills aren't activated in Oblivion state. So Oblivion is something very specific to this monster. I can't think of any other monsters that actually have the Oblivion ability. It's a debuff that basically cancels out passives. So if you use a light war bear, bearman, like Amen, he has a passive that heals everybody by 15% of his HP every time he does a critical hit. If you inflict the Oblivion thing on him, the debuff, he's not going to be able to use that passive. So even if he does a critical hit, he's not going to heal anybody. So this is a really amazing skill. The only issue with this skill is the fact that he is a fire type. So any water monster that has a really great passive has less chance of actually activating. I have a feeling glancing hits reduce his ability to actually land this. So anyways, and also I didn't actually know this, but he has increased damage on enemies with harmful effects by 20%. So that's really awesome. That actually makes him much stronger than I thought. So runing wise, I'm thinking, okay, so you want him to be fast. The main reason you use this monster is for this passive. It's the Oblivion. So you want him to be fast, and you also want him to have high accuracy. So I personally would go Swift Focus with him, and then I would do Speed on slot 2. Now here's where I have a feeling you can go 2 directions with this monster. He is an HP type, so you can make him quite tanky, and then use him strictly for his ability to apply the defense debuff, or for the Oblivion state. You can make him tanky by putting HP% on 4 and HP% on 6. Or, I have faced these guys and they've done a crazy amount of damage. You can put attack percentage on 4 and attack percentage on 6 if you do the Swift Focus. I'm actually leaning towards that. we'll see. I'll try it out, and I just know that they can do a crazy amount of damage if runed right. So make him fast and make him powerful, or make him fast and make him tanky. Accuracy substats are so very important for this monster, as well as speed substats. I say speed only because Oblivion can stop monsters with passives basically at the beginning of a fight. So if you have a Veramos or Dark Ifrit, then focus on them, get his passive out of the way. He can't remove debuffs if you have Oblivion State on him. So getting him with Oblivion as soon as possible is really beneficial for your battle. Speed also will make his turns come around sooner. I mean, you can do Violent with him, I suppose. Violent's usually good with almost any monster. I personally like the idea of speed just because I want his Oblivion as fast as possible in play. Violent will not... He won't get as much speed if you go Violent. You'll really need speed substats and speed on slot 2 if you go Violent. Yeah, so those are two ways you can rune him. Violent focus, Swift focus, speed on 2, HP percent on 4 and 6, or attack percentage on 4 and 6, or you could even do one of each. You could do HP percent on 1 of 4 or 6, and then an attack percentage on the opposing one. But accuracy is so important for him, otherwise the Oblivion may not stick. Now, I guess you could do Violent. You can also do Blade if you really want. If you don't want to do Focus runes, you can swap them out for Blade runes. He'll do more damage, and that's great. Some people have done Despair. I don't recommend Despair. He doesn't hit multiple enemies. He's an HP type. I don't recommend Shield runes, but they are good on HP types. I did Vampire on the Water Ifrit, which has been really great, but however, his passive gives him elemental advantage when he attacks any monster, so Vamp works really well for him, and he does quite a bit of damage, so he ends up healing himself, and he's quite squishy. Yeah, so those are my suggestions with this guy. Swift Focus, Violent Focus, Swift Blade, Violent Blade, speed on slot 2, HP percent on 4, HP percent on 6, or HP percent on, or attack percentage on 4 and attack percentage on 6, and then accuracy substats as well as speed substats. Now, if you can't get accuracy substats, you can do accuracy on slot 6. I did do that with my Veramos, and he's quite tanky anyways, so I didn't do HP percent on 6, and his accuracy is quite high. So it works out for him. I don't know how well that would be great for Fire Ifrit, but accuracy is really important, so it might actually work to your advantage. So yeah, those are my suggestions. Leave any suggestions of your own in the comment section below. If I didn't suggest something that you think might work for this monster, I'm really glad that I got him. Till next time, peace.